Philosophy is one of those words that function like a Rorschach test. A Rorschach test is otherwise known as the ink blot test. Certain types of psychologists show their patients an ambiguous image that vaguely represents an inkwell spilled onto a piece of paper to gain insight into the perspectives and interpretations of their patient. The thought is that patients will see, in the ambiguous image, whatever they want to see in it, and that it is representative of how they see the world, their emotional state, and so on. Two people looking at the same blurry splotch of ink can see two vastly different images. It will have nothing to do with the image itself. And so it is with philosophy. I bring this up because philosophy isn't always viewed with positivity or even interest. If you think of philosophy as time-wasting, thumb-twiddling, then that is undoubtedly what you will get out of it. You'll just hear a multitude of empty platitudes and wonder what the point of it all even is. This skeptical approach is fairly common and at times understandable. After all, what problems are being solved simply by thinking and pontificating about them? Indeed, if I'm hungry or in need of shelter right now, it's difficult to see the value that philosophy can add to someone's life. What tangible benefit is there to figuring out the purpose of our lives? Tangible? Zero. But philosophy was never about that. If you're looking for a field of study to enrich your immediate surroundings, I might suggest that you pick up an engineering or finance book. Philosophy has always been about enriching your thoughts for greater happiness and fulfillment, an immeasurable quantity, but perhaps the greatest purpose of all. Admittedly, this was a mindset I also used to possess. If you were to create a hierarchy in society, especially in more ancient and brutal times, surely a philosopher would rank far lower than the average hunter, carpenter, or fisherman, at least in terms of pure utility. What was the role of a philosopher in a society beyond their teaching duties? But consider how our ancestors were able to figure out calculus, discern the relative size of the earth, and map out constellations.